is all good. Okay, I will start stream then.
Cool. Meanwhile, I am moody, broody, and socially unacceptable, which is also in character. I haven't had to use a southern accent in 2 weeks.
Nice.
Ah, fuck. All right, I'm back in character.
Oh no, I didn't listen to last time.
There we go. Had 2 weeks to listen to it.
I know.
I listened to it 2 weeks ago.
Sick.
I haven't listened. I didn't listen to it at all, so don't worry about it.
I lived it 2 weeks ago. No, I think I remember what was going on.
We had a sleepover in a house that was not spooky.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We did homework and translated Latin.
Yep.
Some puzzles.
That happened. I had a Capri Sun.
We went back to the not the footballer's place, but the other place to meet up with what's his butt? James.
Dodgy guy.
Rambling Bull.
Yeah, Rambling Bull, there we go. And James proceeded to go on about the utopia that he wants for all of kindred kind, and how he's not like the Camarilla. He just wants to know, how to most efficiently murder the Camarilla. Totally not the same.
Look, it's not the same because it's efficient, unlike the Camarilla, which is too steeped in tradition to be efficient.
Yeah, it takes too long to.
Yeah, exactly.
And
big open spot. Oh, hang on, what the fuck has happened with it? Oh, hang on, that's this.
Then
something's wrong with my. Hang on, sorry, I'm just fixing something.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Can't see it on my screen. No, you guys can talk. I'm just saying what I'm doing.
And then when we did talk to James, he did in fact have the information that Javier requested, which is whomst the fuck Mr. X is. We found out his name is 10, and he has a couple buddies named 8 and 13, and that they are part of, I believe, the Black Hand, which was very concerning for Victoria.
That's right.
And then we found out that the entire involvement with Javier is that, that the person that set up this deal, as far as we know, double-crossed Javier and basically was going to send him off to be somebody's meal. And so he's very pissed about that right now. He's so pissed he learned Daunt.
It's so pissed Daunt happened. Okay.
Yep. He manifested Daunt out of sheer anger.
I am going to say though that we start this first scene here the next night. So you guys can just sort of cover where you went to sleep and if you did anything before, because it was getting close to time to go anyway. When you left the bar the previous night. So now you need to also I'll go around Astrid, you were kind of left on your own. Letizia left without you, called away by someone you didn't recognize, but you could probably assume that it was the person in Italy that she called while you were at her house. But she's sort of left you in the lurch a little bit.
I guess you'd ask everyone else what they were going to be doing for the night. Like if they were going to be staying where they stayed last night, or if they're going to go back to where everyone usually goes.
Okay, well, we can go. We'll find out what the others are doing, and you can sort of decide based off that. Then, what do you think? What are you going to be doing, Victoria?
Well, I guess it depends on what our plans are for tomorrow, because now we're kind of freeballing it, huh?
So
always
we have options. There's I know there's Richmond No, right? God.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what it's called. I just have to make sure.
That place
Yeah,
that
Richmond. Yeah.
yeah.
So there's Richmond. Um, there is. Granted, I don't think anyone's really pushed us toward it, but like maybe
Oh, yeah.
suspected Black Hand territory, but that seems like a bad idea.
Not great.
And there's the Camarilla stuff as well
Yeah.
Mhm.
in the city.
Yeah. We could go punch your vampire dad if you want.
Yeah, I mean, if y'all are for it.
Yeah, I'm
Javier's
okay
in
with
the mood
punching
to
your
stab
vampire dad.
someone.
I mean, I don't even know if we're gonna go punch him or I just, if it's Bruja territory, I'm just like that seems like a place where people like punching.
Fight Club.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
go
just
punch.
Fight Club.
Javier
Yeah.
looks just exceedingly pissed, and Astrid's just like, "Hey, I know where we could go stab and punch people."
So the plot for their next night is just go and start fights in Bruja territory. Okay.
Although, actually, if we're starting another night, I need to do the. Well, first of all, I guess we need to roll our.
Well,
Our hunters.
I think we need to
But
figure
yeah.
out first where everyone's going, or at least I'm trying to figure out where Astrid goes because if
You're
say
always welcome in the sewer shack.
if Victoria's going back to the apartment, Astrid's gonna be like, "Hey, can I come along?"
Yeah, you know what? I don't think Victoria wants to stay another night in the crack shack. She'll happily go back to her own place.
Does she make the offer for the other two, or are we slumming it?
I mean, it's in poor taste to be like, no, you guys can stay here. She'll offer to let everyone stay again.
Cool.
Yeah, okay.
All right, sleepover time again.
Yay!
Yay! Bathtub, bathtub, bathtub.
Okay. So it's much like your first night or first day together. You all find places to sleep in Victoria's apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well if that's where you all are and you've got your plans for the next night, let's do a rouse check for your hunger.
That reminds me, I need to go get some food.
Whoa!
Heck yeah! Look at us, we're so.
Oh, yeah, right.
Damn it!
I'm
Archie hungry.
Archie hungry.
Oh no, you're up to 3 hunger.
Yeah.
Right. So you all kind of wake well Archie, you and Astrid kind of wake around the same time. And you
Oh shit!
and you are hungry. And it's not just like a sort of like background thing that you can ignore now. It's much more pressing.
Yeah.
The best he's ever
wake
rolled
up
on
and go
that.
to Ashton and be like, I'm really hungry. I think I'm gonna go find some food.
This is also like the first night you
Yeah.
the first night after you.
But I can
So,
move while
yeah.
invisible now.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Wait, is the sun down?
No.
You have to wait. Are you gonna be okay?
What probably happened is like once again Javier's sleeping against whatever door keeps you from going out of the bathroom. So like you two are just talking through the door by Javier's corpse.
I'm really hungry. I could try and pull some rats into the bathroom, but I think Victoria would get mad at me.
Yeah. I mean, you could try that. It's up to you if you want to do that.
Nah, I'm gonna wait. I'll wait till everyone's awake. I'm gonna go try and find a medium-sized dog.
Medium. You still need I suppose you've got you've got your animal.
Yeah, I've got animal succulents.
Yeah, you've got animal succulents. Yeah. Well then. Well, what I'll get you to do is roll me a composure plus animal ken roll. but roll it at difficulty 3, just by virtue of the fact that
Oh, that's pool size
where
modifier.
where Victoria.
Hey.
Well, there you go. Well, where Victoria is like a built-up area with apartments and stuff, so you're not likely to just find backyards with dogs in them.
That's fair.
But you do, yeah. I'll say you sort of leave to do this right as
the others get up,
and I'll have you kind of you leave the apartment to do that as everyone else sort of wakes up and meets together in the living room of Victoria's.
Where's Archie? He went to go eat a medium-sized dog, to quote him.
I'm sure. Did he actually say that, or did he just?
In character, Archie says, "I'm gonna go eat a medium-sized dog."
Oh, I guess you're pretty hungry. All right. I mean, it's like a burger and fries, I guess.
Yeah.
Have fun. I'm taking the shower.
Oh, okay.
I've been sleeping out in the fucking Anarch territory for 2 nights.
I gotta find out exactly how many hunger points Archie gets back to. Everything is so spread out in this book. It's so difficult.
It's awful.
It says 1 additional hunger.
Yeah, but I want to know what.
Yeah, I don't know what the base one is.
I suppose it's 1 for a dog. Yeah, so it's. But would that just make it so you get 1 back from the dog? Let's see, feeding from animals.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, if you're using your level 3 thing, then animal blood is like twice as good.
Yeah. So I'd say it's a 1 point reduction because it's not like it's not any more potent. It's just you don't need to eat as many dogs to get.
Congratulations.
Ugh. Yeah. Okay. So So are you guys going to discuss anything while Archie is away, or are you going to sit and stare at each other across the room while you wait for Archie to come back?
The girls can sit and stare at each other. I'm hogging the bathroom.
Okay, so you're making yourself pretty in the bathroom.
He always uses up all of the hot water.
I just like to imagine that Victoria just like has been like, you know how when they put stuff on couches so like stains just roll off them and stuff. Victoria has just been treated with that stuff, so.
Look, would you rather Javier not shower?
No, he definitely should shower. I would assume the first thing she did when she got back last night was like, everyone piss off, I'm showering first.
Fair enough.
That's probably what you got through the door, was like, you got it last night.
Yeah. In that case, while he's making himself presentable, so Astrid, what exactly are your plans for your... And she waves her hand ambiguously.
Well, I mean, it's not like I'm actually thinking he's gonna be there, but I mean, personally, I think maybe he's involved in all this, and maybe if we go to Richmond, we can get some kind of clues. Because I mean, like, if we can get an answer as to what exactly is going on, I mean, that's good for us, right? One way or the other.
Certainly.
Because I mean, like,
rather convoluted.
Yeah, because like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, you seem fine enough, but like the Camarilla, it's kind of weird. But like, the Anarchs are also kind of weird because they were like, oh yeah, we, togetherness and friendship and everything. But then they just started asking us to do the same thing the Camarilla is asking us to do. So
that's entirely correct.
And then there's... So, what's the deal with the Black Hand? Like, who are they exactly?
Astrid would notice that she goes especially stiff at the mention of the Black Hand.
You all right?
Yes, I'm I'm fine. They are... Well, like you said, the Camarilla and the Anarchs, and don't ever repeat this to anyone else, are, shall we say, two sides of the same coin?
Mm-hmm.
The Black Hand is a traditional Hollywood monster movie vampire. They are everything we do not want to be.
Speak for yourself.
Right,
fair,
I
Archie.
suppose. All right.
No, that was me, Nick. Not Archie.
It's the sounds of a hairdryer from the bathroom now.
They are especially vile, kindred.
Mm. So, no good folks.
No. We had a lot of trouble with them where I'm from.
Well, I guess I'll stay diligent about it then.
I would suggest keeping clear as much as possible.
She'll nod.
I would say like you spend the next little while just sort of making like short conversation, nothing too groundbreaking, while noises of hair maintenance and things come from the bathroom. Archie would probably return around the same time Javier finishes with the bathroom.
Hey guys.
Given his successes, I would assume it didn't take him long to find the blood that he wanted. Have you reduced your hunger to 2?
Yep, I have.
Archie, yep, okay. So,
And he didn't make a mess.
I didn't. It was a very polite dog.
Yeah, it had like a collar that said like
Yeah.
Sweetheart, right? No.
its name was Timothy.
Yeah. I hope
Not little
Timothy is
Timmy.
okay.
It's dead now. You killed it.
R.I.P.
Yeah,
Tin
I still hope it's okay.
It's not. It's dead.
It could be an
drained it
afterlife for
dry of blood.
dogs.
It didn't seem like there was an understanding of an afterlife in its eyes when you drained it of blood, Archie.
Look,
when you killed that dog to satiate your villainous hunger.
yeah, look.
I'm not going to make you feel good about eating the dog.
No, Archie is choosing not to think about it.
Okay, so what are you going to do now, group?
Yeah, what are we doing? Murder. No, Archie doesn't do that.
Murder.
Sorry, I went
Javier
into
notably
D&D
does not
brain
look
mode.
like murder anymore today. In fact, I think he rolled the best he's rolled so far on his little daily check, nightly check, whatever. He got 3 whole successes.
Yeah. So he's not feeling particularly murderous today.
Question.
Different reasons murderous.
I know Richmond is like where we're pointed, like where the operator ported me to, and like that. So like that is Bruja territory, right?
It is, yes.
She's gonna look at the group like very serious. Is there like a secret handshake between clans? Do I have a membership card or something? Or...
Oh, your snorts.
Oh, cute.
You do know that Richmond's not all that far from where Victoria makes her haven. It's just basically across the river and a little bit east, and you'd be there.
Should
So
we
it's
be
not far.
going into their territory with you looking all business lunch date? He kind of gestures to Victoria.
I would assume they know who I am. Is this okay? Is Rich out of character? Richmond is Richmond Anarch territory, or is it like
No,
the
it's
Camarilla territory?
ostensibly Camarilla territory, but
Yeah.
the relationship between the prince and the Bruja Primogen is tense to the point
Yeah.
where the Bruja are basically their own faction
Yeah.
in the city. So Richmond, while it is Camarilla territory, and it kind of, it follows those structures, the prince doesn't have any control over it. It's controlled by whatever the Bruja Primogen decides is
okay.
the rules.
Strained.
Yes.
Sure. Well, I would assume they would have an idea of who I am, and I will not. I don't
This
see
got
any
to do
reason
with that title of yours?
No, this has to do with the fact that we have been before the court, the prince. They'll have their ways. I won't insult them by dressing as something I'm not.
You also have met one of
yeah.
them who was at the court where you all kind of introduced yourselves.
Yeah, we met we met Fenris. We didn't meet anybody else because the actual Primogen wasn't there.
Yeah. And the prince was rather irritated that the Primogen didn't come.
Mm-hmm.
Because he considers Fenris to be like a lackey and not important enough to sort of step in.
Yeah, when Victoria says the dress like something I'm not, Javier does just kind of give a little like one raised eyebrow and just doesn't say anything.
I thought we were going to have another like fashion montage.
No.
He's just not 100% convinced there because of, the piercings and the pink hair.
It's called flavor.
It is
she
rather
just
like
one of the ones
an 80s kind of flair that, you're kind of trend setting a little bit.
Yeah, I hate the trends. Yeah. It's fine. It's fine.
Like trailblazing, like, other people might pick this up.
Yeah, all the other Bruja will be like, oh yeah, pink's really in right now. No, the suit stays.
Javier, you're not completely convinced that the suit isn't just like a Zamisi flesh-crafted thing that Victoria cannot remove. Victoria has just been shaped into permanent 1980s power suit. Yeah,
pantsuit with shoulder pads.
Yeah. That'd be a statement for Kindred. Anyway, so yeah, you've made. To be fair, Richmond is also not a small neighborhood. It's pretty big. It's pretty built up, and you don't really know anything about it, like where the hangouts are.
No.
So while you could absolutely go there, but you should know from that you're not guaranteed to just sort of like go into a pub and then like this like three guys with collars and widow's peaks sitting at the bar. Like, hello. Well,
and I will say, like, out of character, like, you do get the feeling like if y'all don't think this is a good idea, you could probably just talk to Aster, talk her out of it. Because like she definitely wants to go. Me, the player's like, oh.
Javier wouldn't mind stabbing someone. Still.
Archie just wants to help his friend.
And murder dogs.
And murder dogs. They are delicious.
The collar was
think-
like a little metal love heart with the name.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's fine. He was stray. It was a stray dog.
Wasn't a stray
Yes.
dog.
With the collar.
It's fine.
You take the collar off, it's a stray dog. It's fine.
Yeah.
I think Victoria just feels like they're at a bit of a standstill with all their other leads. Not that she is particularly keen on going to Bruja territory.
I suppose the options are like dig around in Camarilla territory and try to learn more there, or just go traipsing across into Sabat territory,
Yeah.
which you have no understanding of. I mean, Victoria probably has like an understanding of it to a point, but like most of you, I don't think any of you except for Victoria have ever even dealt with the Sabat.
God no.
Yeah.
Beyond
Archie,
traveled
I
around a bit of the states with Riley for about a year or so, and may or may not have either heard of or
probably
tangentially
heard of,
crossed
but
paths.
it would have been a case of like, oh, let's just like if they're around, like let's just go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to get dragged into whatever fucking mental
the Sabat's
shit
fucking
they have
going.
on their mind.
I don't know. I was like, I don't know about his sire, at least.
Yeah. At least maybe while Riley was with Javier, it might be different now, but you don't want to bring the your baby around because then they might eat it. You know?
Well,
That's
almost ate him anyways.
Yeah.
Good.
I mean, you
Well,
can
I guess-
absolutely go there.
I
You
think
can do whatever you
we
like.
shouldn't.
You can all get on a plane and fly to Perth if
Yeah, let's
you want
go.
to. I don't know.
No, let's go find Riley. I reckon.
Javier's already
Yeah, why
muttering
not?
about how now, it's like, now where am I, just now where am I going to find a fucking bone to call the states?
Is Victoria quietly glad that she's got her like hook on Javier back by having a phone?
Yeah,
That he could
it's not
potentially she can
that
dangle
she could
over there.
hold over his head. Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah,
admit.
but he might have an idea of something that she wants in return. Because she seemed very interested in whoever the Black Hand was dealing with, that obviously he personally knows.
Yeah.
Perhaps. Who's to say?
Unrelated, but I do have this image when Nick was like, let's just go find Riley. I had this image of like all of you just like getting on like a commercial flight and then like not thinking about it and then like
we all just
sort of sitting there in the seats like looking nervously as like the horizon outside gets brighter and brighter, like, oh, we didn't think about this. Like trying to convince everyone to shut the windows, shut the little curtain things.
It's
And
fine
they're like-
because Victoria would have gotten a private jet. Do you think she would have gone commercial?
She would have been like, "Yes, everyone, go commercial. That's fine. I'll meet you there."
No,
Anyway,
it's fine. We'll put on some sunglasses. We'll just weekend at Bernie's it. Fine.
Yeah.
There you go.
burst into flames with sunglasses on.
We'll just put like a little do not disturb thing, and we'll be in first class, and we'll pull the little curtain shut, and just
Perfect.
not. Yeah.
How are you affording first class tickets? You have like $20.
thievery.
I also have 3 dots in larceny. You never know.
Yeah.
Steal some tickets. Yeah.
Have to do a
BRB
heist.
just gonna steal his plane.
Yeah.
Airport security wasn't even that good back then.
Still good enough. You can just get on a plane and stuff.
Just we don't have to ride in the actual like cabin.
Oh man.
Just we'll just take some duct tape, strap you to the bottom of the plane, it'll be fine.
No. We'll just we'll get one of those cases that like like musicians put like their like sound equipment in.
Nah, I like my plan better.
The big bag that you put skis in. That seems like the best.
Oh,
Oh.
just forsake it all. Body bags. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're dead.
I do love a
Yeah.
I do love a body bag.
I'm assuming this isn't what you're actually going to do.
No,
No.
God, no.
No.
So I do say if you all do pack up and go to a different country, I reserve the right to take a couple of weeks to create
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Create a new country.
you prepare the United States.
Sorry, we're all going to LA now.
Yeah.
We
Well,
have
that's
to
easy.
go. We have to
I've got
go.
a source book. I don't
Yeah.
need to worry about that.
Clearly, we just need to save that for like our big finale, like our
Yeah.
series finale.
Yeah.
But in serious talk,
Yeah.
Javier will mention that he's not exactly had a lot of dealings with Bruja, but that the man that he made a deal with to get here was a member of that clan.
And he turned out to be a
Interesting.
great guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, real trustworthy.
So
Real-
Also, James says, like,
Mm.
who knows? Who knows where that comes from?
So should we be like, if we do find other like kindred, should we be direct? Like, hey, we're just trying to figure some stuff out, or
Hey, we're on a mission from the prince. He wants us to do
Yeah.
stuff.
Do
That'll
some
go over.
snooping.
That'll go over.
Victoria,
like a
you
lead
might
balloon.
know.
Yeah.
Victoria, you might know that going into Bruja territory and being like, "Hey, the prince sent us," would
He
go
will
over
kill
like
us
a lead
immediately.
balloon.
Yeah. That
I love I
might
get to use all my fun, my fun like aphorisms now.
Yeah. But,
that
yeah.
might not go over so well.
Yeah, probably not.
well, what do you think we should do then?
Well,
I mean, if we want an excuse, I can just say I'm, obviously looking for,
My papa.
looking for him.
Papa, where are you, Papa?
yeah.
My van papa.
Well, I think our first hurdle is finding where he would be in the first place. Otherwise, we'll spend the entire evening roaming the streets.
Astrid looks thoughtful for a moment, and she's going to try to, because I think I can do this. Wow, hang on.
Yeah, you've got like new psychic powers or something, right?
Okay, yeah, I can do this. She's gonna try to do premonition.
Oh yeah, like force of premonition.
Yeah, so I think
okay, so
that's resolve in aspects.
yeah, so yeah, it's a rouse check, I believe, if you're forcing it.
Yep.
So yeah, so you do a rouse check.
Heck
And
yeah.
So no hunger, and now you do resolve and auspex. And I think it'll be based on the amount of successes you get, I guess. So you just roll for one success.
So let's see, auspex. Whoa.
Yeah, if you just go to so like if you go to your I think if you go to the top and you click resolve, you might get the option to click auspex as well.
Yeah, let me see. Okay, hang on. I think I know how to do this. Yeah, there we go. So I feel like it should be a little higher than that. Oh, is it discipline? Okay.
So yeah, you'd be focusing on
there
a
we go.
specific subject, and then
Yep. So I'm focusing on I guess my sire? Trying to see where he is or where he will be.
Okay. Well, it'll be based on the amount of successes you roll.
And then what's the? No, there's no modifier to this.
No, yeah, just put the difficulty as 1 because it'll be one is like the base, and then however many more you'll get more.
I clicked it.
Did nothing happen?
Didn't show up on my end. Yeah, let me try that
Let me
again.
see if I can do it. I can try and do it on this.
Yeah.
This thing if you'd like.
Here it goes.
Oh, it went.
No successes though, and a
Ooh.
1 on your hunger die.
Can I re-roll? Is that something I can do?
You might want to. That's a bestial failure.
Yeah. So
I don't know. I think you can.
Or are we about
Like
to have a compulsion?
Is it like a willpower re-roll?
Yeah, it would be willpower.
Yeah.
So, okay.
You can re-roll up to 3.
So, up to 3. So,
Mhm.
okay. And then that is 1 damage to my willpower. Is that right?
Superficial, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can't wait for her to just be compelled to like punch the shit out of something.
Yeah, really.
Not my.
Oh no!
Wow.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So what you sort of settle down? I'm assuming like settle on the couch or something to try and like, because you've had these premonitions in the past.
Yeah.
So you kind of settle on the couch to try and sort of conjure one up rather than just sort of passively experience it.
Mm-hmm.
And you see at first you see like you're sort of like, it's like a street, like sort of moving down a street, like a built up area. I'm just gonna check something real quick. I
love when she does this weird ghost shit. It's fun.
Sir, I need your the person that you were living with. Their name has escaped me. And it's not
Helen.
Helen, that's it. Yeah. Yeah. So you see this street, and you're walking down the street. It might be Richmond because you've been here long enough that you kind of would recognize Richmond. Maybe you've been there once or twice. But you catch yourself in like a shop window, and it's not you. It's Helen. And then that is the same moment that you see, like it's almost like they're highlighted against like this shifting, like formless mass of people. You see Fenris sort of like amongst the crowd, and the crowd kind of shifts and parts, and like for a moment he's obscured, but then he's visible again, and he's just getting closer, and he's getting closer and closer to you, and you just, you don't feel like fear, you feel just like rage, but that's not like, because you, but the reason is that's your rage, but you feel Helen's fear. And then he gets closer and closer, and as he gets closer, his features kind of distort and become more monstrous and vampiric, and his fangs extend, and his eyes take on like this red glow. And when you snap out of this sort of vision that really tells you precious little, when you snap out of this vision, you are standing over Victoria's nice coffee table, and it is in splinters and shattered. And what happened is, for everyone else who was watching this, Astrid's eyes just kind of took on like this sort of this like misty sort of blood sheen that obscured the pupils, and then just sort of beat both fists down on this table and just like, not like with like inhuman strength, like it just basically exploded into splinters. Like you might even like caught some in like little superficial splinters and stuff caught in your skin or in your hair or in your clothes. And that's you. Now you sort of come back to yourself.
I'm sure Javier probably like stuck himself between the other two and Astrid.
She was
like,
kind of, oh god.
With his palms out, just like, whoa there.
If we had a luck roll, I would have had like one, like Nick would have failed it, and one of the splinters would have like pierced his heart, and he'd immediately go to a coma. But no, we don't have luck roll, so that doesn't happen. But yeah, Victoria, this is a particular piece of furniture that didn't come pre-furnished. You bought this.
She is staring mouth agape, not at Astrid, at her splintered coffee table, just like.
Yeah. You remember it was like.
Why would you do that?
It was like a designer furniture like showroom, and like they kind of like, it was like a limited sort of like creation from like some carpenter that makes like bespoke coffee tables.
It was like custom made just to fit the space.
Yeah,
she loved that coffee table.
Yeah, it was very expensive, and you did love it. I hope you guys don't mind me like putting stuff on you like that, but I think that makes the story more.
No, that's kind of the point.
She'll take a few heavy breaths, and then when she starts to snap out of it, she just looks at what she's done. Oh God. Did I do this?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
To sort of add insult to injury, Rathu has sort of scampered down and is chewing on one of the one of the bits of wood that has like sort of ornate carving in it, just like.
That's never happened before.
Oh boy.
This doesn't seem very
Let's
good.
just come down from what's left of the coffee table.
Yeah. I can't even say I got this fixed. This is gone. This is.
That's not coming back. Okay.
I will find some way to make this up to you.
Nope. It's okay. It's all right.
No. I'm going to find a way.
Also, that carpenter has moved to a different country.
I will find him.
Is that other country the United States?
No, he went to the moon.
We're tracking down this carpenter.
He's into carbonite freezing.
Nah, he moved to like the place where like there's just always sun, like never night. Went to like the most anti-vampire place you can go to.
He moved to the sun-facing side of Mercury.
So he went to Iceland in the summer, where the sun never sets.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
No,
it's not. Just don't lie to me. It's not fine.
No,
Blue,
fine. Yes.
Can I get Victoria to make a frenzy check?
Yes, you can.
As Javier's like standing between them, looking back and forth, like.
Yeah, Archie looks very scared.
Yeah.
How do I do a frenzy check on this one?
I think if you just go into the it should be there somewhere.
I see resist frenzy.
Yeah, resist frenzy. That's what you got to do.
Oh, is that one?
Resist frenzy.
Okay.
Yeah. The difficulty. What's the frenzy difficulties? Let me look at them.
What?
Sorry, I don't usually play around with frenzy.
Nope.
Oh boy.
Didn't work.
Oh lordy.
Okay, so yeah, you didn't. Oh, okay, yeah.
You got no successes.
That's a fury frenzy.
Oh no.
It's okay. She's weak as hell.
I'm about to say Javier could like pick her up like 2 grapes.
After just. Okay, so you. Okay, so Victoria, are you ready? Are you ready for your fury frenzy?
Yeah. All right. Let's go.
You enter the beast basically takes over, and it will stop at nothing. It will stop at nothing to tear the cause of the propagation to pieces. Often together with anyone nearby, friend or foe. After destroying the subject of their ire, they can make a successful willpower test at difficulty 3 or 5 if other enemies remain standing. Success ends the frenzy, while failure drives them deeper into rage. They keep slaying anyone in the vicinity unless subdued.
Okay,
but if you, it's also a case of if the object of your frenzy is not there, like it will sort of wear off after the scene. It doesn't last forever. You're not going to just,
Yeah.
But So you are. I mean, I can let you sort of say what you do. Also, you can spend a point of willpower to sort of take a round to sort of keep yourself composed. That's something you can do.
Yeah, I don't think Javier's
But
dominate is good enough, so he might just physically get in the way.
You are just, but yeah, I'll let you sort of control. Usually, it's like let the storyteller do it, but I think it's more fun if you control your own frenzy.
Yeah. Okay. I think, given her personality, I'd like to try to. Oh, I'll spend the 1 willpower to like try and suppress it a bit, because I think that's what she was trying to do before she frenzied. Was like, it's not you. You didn't mean it.
Yeah.
I'm pissed off.
Just give Javier enough time to sit on you. It'll be fine.
I guess would that be like a willpower reroll?
Yeah, I think you just make it. I think you just mark it as like a damage. When you spend a point.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, you're spending a point.
Yeah.
So this you only get you can only get like a brief little something out when you're holding it in.
Yeah. So she's mad, but she's not like, I'm gonna murder you mad.
Sure, no, I'm gonna murder you mad, but she's keeping it, like she's holding the beast at bay, but the beast is gonna take over. And once the beast does, after this round, unless you keep spending willpower, it's going to murder. Because that's what it wants to do.
Alright. In that case, she is going to insist that everyone gets the fuck out right now. Just get out.
And I will say, Javier and Archie, I don't know, I think Archie probably would have seen a frenzy or experienced one at least. Maybe not a fury frenzy, but a hunger frenzy. And you know about them. So you both kind of, you can, that it does, like, basically it's a different brand of frenzy, but you still recognize the basic hallmarks of a frenzy, and you see them in Victoria right now.
Javier is just going to attempt to corral her towards her own room and try to shut the door.
Archie's gonna go invisible.
He's so helpful.
He's not very
he might
strong.
Not be exactly delicate either with getting you to your room and putting you on the other side of that door as quickly as possible, and possibly barricading you in there till you calm down.
Astrid's just gonna leave dejected.
Actually, Archie will go with Astrid, I think, instead of going invisible.
Invisibly with... Oh, I thought you were going to go invisibly with Astrid.
Nah.
Okay, so...
I can go invisible later if I need to.
Yeah. Archie and Astrid have left, but we'll say you sort of... If you want to kind of keep, sort of resisting the frenzy, if you spend another willpower point, that will allow Javier to kind of, like, barrel you into your room and close the door on you. Otherwise, you're going to be fighting back. Because also, it's also difficult because you just watch the object of your frenzy just leave, and Javier's like sort of pushing you around, which would not help you with a fury frenzy, even though Javier's not the one you're mad at, but Javier's in the way.
You know what would be fun? I'm not going to spend the next will point.
All right.
Put up a little fight.
Let's do a little fight. Should we do like a one roll fight?
One contesting roll.
Yeah. So there is a it's a physical combat. There is a saying advanced combat. That's not what I want.
Vampire PvP.
Well, it's a game that kind of asks for it, really.
Mm-hmm.
You should be glad we're not playing Requiem. Requiem has this thing where
Requiem.
The second you see another vampire that you haven't met before, you have to make this roll to resist just fighting them. because you're like
Why?
solitary predators. Because you're solitary predators, and like when they meet in the wild, they're like, "Fuck you." So like you have to roll to resist that, and it's like so the amount of times you just like can potentially just start fighting someone for no reason.
That's pretty funny.
Well, the cool thing is if I pop Daunt, then it requires a Resolve Composure roll at difficulty 2 to attack the user. So you'd have to beat a roll while you're frenzied, which I don't know how well you will.
Well, if he's gonna pop Daunt, I'm gonna pop Toughness. I'm gonna fucking brawl in here.
This apartment is gonna be fucking gone.
So. Nah, I can't even do it.
Oh god, you're hungry. Now you're hungry too.
Yeah.
Daunt doesn't have a cost.
Alright.
It's going good.
So if you want to attack, it's just a strength plus brawl, but you need to pass this Daunt roll, I guess.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Resolve Composure, difficulty 2, plus whatever the fuck's going on because of frenzy.
Composure. Oh, can I just do Composure? Yeah.
Resolve Composure.
Can you even resist that when you're in frenzy?
I don't know.
I'll say you can. Let's hand wave and say you can because it's
give it a try. Yeah. I'm gonna say I don't have any pool size modifiers right now.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Oh, so you overcome the force of the Daunt.
He's not scary. You've seen him like literally at his worst. He's not scary.
Oh, but how are you attacking?
Whimpering.
Are you just like punching? Doing? No, you're the one attacking because you're.
Oh, me? Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm doing like the white girl like clawing at him.
Your fucking nails.
Relics. Yeah.
That's a strength plus brawl.
Great. Don't worry.
And
if
so to defend against this, Javier, it's either you can dodge it with dexterity plus athletics, or you can that's still a success. So Javier has to roll at least one success. Or you can do a non-lethal defense, which is dexterity plus brawl, because you don't have a melee weapon on you. But so you can either like try and like physically fight Victoria off and potentially cause damage in turn, or just get out of the way of the white girl claws.
I've got it. I'm going to become my clan namesake and try to corral her into her room with well-timed dodge.
Okay.
I'm gonna Toreador her.
Yeah. Okay,
that's
so
what that means. Yeah. It's Spanish for bullfighter.
Like the bullfighter, yeah. So dexterity plus athletics then.
Oh, this is dumb. This is so dumb.
This is what happens. So
I love GTM.
I guess the difficulty is 1 because that's what you succeeded.
Yeah, well, yeah. You just got to pass. Yeah. So okay, you dodge out of the way, and that sends Victoria tumbling into the bedroom.
Slam the fucking door and hold the doorknob.
Do you have like celerity or anything like that?
I do.
Yeah, well then I'm gonna say if you've got like a dot in celerity, you can move. Because I don't think Victoria has a dot.
No, I've only got
so you can preternaturally just shut the door.
Yeah, I have Cat's Grace and Fleetness, so I've got 2 dots.
Yeah.
I've only got like brain things.
Yeah. You can if you want like rouse and pummel the door and try to break the door down if that's what you.
I'm just holding the doorknob so you can't turn it, then holding it shut.
Hunger, I reckon she's just like banging on it, like let me the fuck out.
Yeah.
Nope, not happening.
I want to just see 2 like strength plus athletics rolls, and so that's what it's you holding the door shut. Because Victoria's still fighting, and if this succeeds, I'll say you manage to just keep Victoria in there until Victoria kind of
You'll succeed.
3.
You'll succeed.
Yeah, I got 2 successes and you got none, so
you can't get past
not her strong suit.
No, so you're like rattling the fucking door, but you can't get out.
You'll thank me for this later.
You are.
Fuck you.
I'm gonna say you're just like screaming and raving on the inside of the room. You've got like the big windows in there, but I will say that the beast has enough sense of preservation to not want to jump out a window.
Valid.
So it's just kind of like pacing and thrashing against the walls. You make a mess of the room, which is funny because you got mad. You went into frenzy over a mess being made, and now you're making one. But the beast isn't the beast isn't a sensible creature. It thrashes against the
Just keep hearing shit at the door on the other side.
Yeah, like I'm gonna say like Victoria's like hurls like a lamp at the door, like overturns the bed like into the door because like you can still sort of do sort of unnaturally strong things even if you're
it's a rampage.
Yeah, like picking up like the bedside table and hurling it at the door as well. Like you're sitting there holding it, Javier, and the door like occasionally would have like this like a really heavy thump that like almost makes you like pushes you away from the door. But I would say it goes on for oh my god, we've been muted this whole time.
Oh, what?
No, I've been muted. You guys haven't.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Oh, I've been muted this whole time. No.
That's okay. Craig's got us.
Oh yeah, that's an hour of fucking.
It's fine. We'll fix it in post with Craig.
We'll fix it in post.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've got it all recorded.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
Craig is a hero, MVP.
Yeah. So
MVC.
the next episode will be uploaded without visuals, but that's fine. Yeah. So yeah. Sorry about that. So what happened? Is
Yeah,
well, I mean, you guys heard them. You heard their side of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so
that's funnier.
Yeah. Victoria is like pummeling, like, and after like I will say like 40 minutes, it finally like subsides, and you don't so much like I would say you don't pass out because it's not really something that vampires do, but you do kind of like come to your senses, and you don't really remember. Like you were there like riding along, but I imagine when you see yourself behaving like this, like most kindred, you just kind of like, I don't want to watch this.
It's like an out-of-body experience.
Yeah.
The second-hand embarrassment is too much.
Yeah, and now you're like lying on the floor, and like you're like you don't even have a bed to be lying on because it's like upended against the door, and you're hungry, like hungrier than you were. Yeah, and you just have vague memories of what happened.
Well, it's a good thing Javier's the only one who saw it. Because no one would ever believe him.
There's like her fancy perfume bottles are all shattered. All of like the letters she's gotten from her sire are scattered all about the room.
No.
And she's like really gingerly picking them all up and trying to like organize them.
Yeah. So yeah, after a while, Javier, you hear like the sounds in the room have gone from being like sounds of just like rampage to like sheepish tidying.
He'll just kind of barely open the door and peek around and is like, you good?
You have to like push the mattress out of the way when you open the door.
That's not a problem.
Yeah, like
So he goes to like try to carefully do it, and like there's a mattress, and so I think he maybe gets it like 1 inch open.
Yeah.
He's
so you're just kind of like just peering through the crack.
You good in there? I didn't see nothing.
He lied.
She's very, very quiet.
All right. And he's just gonna kind of shoulder the door enough to get it past whatever's been thrown at it and just start helping her clean up. Not even gonna say anything.
So we fade out on that scene, and we can cut to Archie and Astrid walking down St Kilda Road, so one of the main sort of roads leading in towards the city.
Mm-hmm. I say, are you okay?
No, not really. Not really.
Victoria won't stay mad at you. She'll be okay soon. It just happens with vampires sometimes. I mean, kindred sometimes.
No.
It's not your fault.
This is just me, Archie. This is me.
No.
I always screw things up.
No, you're. Look, it's fine. It's not your fault.
No, it is my fault. Everything is my fault. I did this. I was so fixated on trying to find him that.
If you're gonna blame anyone, blame him. It's him that made you into a. He goes to say vampire again and just stops himself.
It's just us, Archie. You can say vampire.
Okay, good.
There he goes, Archie.
I don't know. I thought maybe, with all this whole vampire stuff, that maybe I could be like a new me at least. Turns out I'm still the same fuck up.
I don't think you're a fuck up.
Oh, you don't know me very well.
I know you well enough, I think. Yeah, you're a good friend.
Yeah, so far.
Are you hungry? Do you need anything to eat?
No, I don't want to eat.
Mm.
Like, honestly, if I wanted to eat anything, I'd want a sweet potato pie, but I can't even eat that. Like, not really. Just gonna have to puke it up by the end of the night.
Yeah, I miss food.
Archie, your vision flashes back to the vacant expression on that dog's face. That dog that wasn't.
Yeah.
I miss food. I miss the sun. I miss Helen. She'd always make me feel better. God, you want someone that's on top of her game. That's Helen. I always said that she shined brighter than the sun, but she was too polite to do it.
Aw. Has Archie heard you talk about Helen before?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Who's Helen?
She's my friend. Sunlight incarnate. She could brighten up any day. She wouldn't even have to say nothing. She could just be there.
When was the last time you saw her?
About 2 nights before I died.
We should go see her.
Archie. She went missing 2 nights before I died, and
oh,
I'm pretty
we
sure
should find her.
I hate this because part of me wants to find her, but then the other part of me is like, what am I gonna find? Is she gonna be like me? I don't know if she could handle this. She's good, Archie. She's not like me.
You're good, and look. If she's like us, then we will help her, because it's better we find her and help her than someone like any of the others that we've met.
I mean, you got a point there. It's just
sorry, that was out of character.
No. I just don't. Look, Archie, I'm glad I made such a good impression on you, but me, the real me, I'm selfish. I fuck off. I do my utmost to avoid responsibility.
And I live in a sewer. Who am I to judge?
Yeah, but you don't
It
even
doesn't
eat
matter.
people.
Neither do you.
I mean, I kind of do. Just gotta
Yeah.
get them to sign a form first, I guess.
I think. Look, we'll find Helen. It'll be okay. I can ask. Fuck. Why have I forgotten it? Simone. I've got it written down. I just need to find where I had it written down.
I mean,
I can ask Simone some things. See if she knows anything. She's very smart. We'll find her, and we'll help her, and she will help you, and everything will be good.
yeah, God, I don't know what I'd trade to see her again.
What's that?
And I don't know what I'd trade to see her again, but
You don't need to trade anything. We'll be good.
but I did kind of see her though, and I don't.
Oh.
When I did the vision thing just now,
Oh.
I was looking through her eyes and I saw
What?
Fenris,
Oh no.
and Archie, she was so scared. And I wanted to save her. I just wanted to save her. I wanted to get her away from him. And then she like tenses her fist. I just wanted to hurt him.
Archie stands still for a moment and starts thinking. Okay, so we... That is not good. You're right. But I think... Yeah, okay, we'll go see Simone, and she will know something, and we'll help. We'll find her.
I mean, yeah, but Simone made it pretty clear last time we can't just get things for free anymore, and I
We know
don't
lots
have
of
anything to
stuff now.
trade.
We found out lots of stuff about the barony.
I suppose. You know what? No, you're right. I should trust you.
Everything will be fine.
Yeah, everything will be fine.
And then Archie goes, I think, give Astrid a hug, but realizes he's probably still covered in various in like dog blood and stuff.
She'll hug you. She'll hug you.
Okay, cool.
You didn't make a mess this time.
Yeah,
It's still a bit messy, I imagine.
It's still like
It's
like even for like
dog
even for like the most like sort of like fancy Ventru, like you still make a mess when you because the nature of it is biting into an artery. An artery's like splashing. Like, yeah.
Get good, scrub.
Yeah, eat
except
that
me,
up.
because I drink out of Capri Suns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can sort of fade on that that scene and maybe fade in on you all sort of meeting maybe outside of Victoria's apartment building. Maybe like an hour and a half later, like you've all had time to kind of be separated.
Javier's done as much cleaning as he can, even if he had to like do some like celerity speed run cleaning to make sure that the place didn't look like Victoria threw a hissy fit.
Yeah, I had this image in my head of while like Astrid and Archie are having their heart to heart of like the camera panning up to the top of the building and just seeing like silent Victoria like pounding on the windows with both fists, like yelling, and you can't hear what she's saying. Just like Anyway, that's what I pictured in
Javier's
my
like
head.
buffing the like acrylic nail scratches out of the other side of the door.
Oh,
We
that's
need a
another
fresh coat
thing.
of paint. We need
Yeah,
a
that's
new
another
bed.
thing.
We need some furniture. We're going shopping.
They'll grow back overnight, Blue, but your nails are
Oh,
shot. Your fingers are down, almost down to like bony points. Like at this point, like even some of the skin's been worn away.
it could
And
not get any worse.
yeah, like thankfully because of the nature of your blood not like pulsing through your body, the wounds don't bleed. But you do look like something's eaten the ends of your fingertips. It'll grow back overnight. Like you know enough to know that superficial little things like this fix themselves.
Yeah.
But it's not a great look compared to your like very well manicured nails. that
She
you
probably
usually
would have grabbed some like winter gloves before
Yeah.
she left the place. Then, even though it looks so stupid because it's the middle of summer,
have.
what a fashion
Yeah.
faux pas!
I was gonna say, if it wasn't for the fact that Javier's hands are probably much bigger than yours, he does have some like biker gloves, like
I
the
would
really
assume
nice leather
she's got
gloves.
some like nice driving gloves. given
Yeah,
who she
just
is.
use like those. Use the driving gloves.
Yeah.
There you go. So you sort of reconvene outside the building, maybe where your car is parked, Victoria, and maybe you have a passingly thankful thought that Astra didn't try to do a premonition in the car.
Yeah, it would have gone a lot worse.
You
Well, what a
feeling
fun
better?
start to the evening. Yes, much. My sincerest apologies, Astrid.
I'm-
Please let me finish. It wasn't you. It wasn't you. It's. I understand that you were attempting your best. Mistakes happen. I just really liked that table, but it's fine. A table can be replaced. It's fine.
Just not that one specifically.
Yeah, not
Not
that
that one
particular.
specifically, but it's fine. I can get a better table. I can and I will get a better table.
yeah.
That's the spirit.
I will say though, no one's explained to Astrid what a frenzy is.
Nope.
Yeah,
Vaguely
so-
said
I'm
it's
not
just a thing that
inspired.
vampires do sometimes.
Oh yeah,
I just
you say that about almost everything that happens though.
Yeah,
I
very
just don't know.
blasé about it all.
I just don't know what came over me. I know what came over me. It's just, I don't know how I went from trying to beat Fenris's face in my vision to beating up your table.
If it helps, I don't remember how my bedroom got into such a state. So we're
Your
on
bedroom's
equal
fine.
footing
What are you
then.
talking about?
Yeah, my bedroom's fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
Oh, okay, sure.
Look, that was just a practical joke. Nothing actually
Yeah.
happened. I wanted. You said you couldn't remember, and I just couldn't resist. Giving you some shit.
Yeah. Also, Javier, you remember how the other night I said I wanted to repaint my room.
Yeah,
Don't you?
yeah.
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 It's fine.
I mean, I'm awful good at manual
Mhm.
labor. I can.
Mhm.
It's weird they're getting along so well.
Well, obviously I can't do anything about the table now.
No.
The table is in the past.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
There are better tables in our future.
I was thinking maybe if you're okay with it, maybe I could stay at your place a little while. Pick up some stuff.
Splinters?
Just try to make myself useful. I mean, I think I'd like that. If that's okay with you.
That's already taken care of. It's what a vacuum cleaner's for.
That's so loud. That's more than acceptable, Astrid, though. You don't owe me anything for a busted table. It's
No,
all right.
I want to do it. I don't.
Astrid,
Yeah.
we're kind of a group here. I mean, I'm not the best at this whole like group thing, but I'm pretty sure we're not supposed to be keeping debts on one another, especially if we're gonna.
Don't rush to conclusions. A debt is being incurred all around, darling, but she doesn't owe me for a table. It's fine. You may stay. If anything, Archie owes me more for the tub. The tub was marble, and it is ruined.
So, all right. Well, then, since we're all square, are we still set to do this?
Well, before the horrid incident, did you happen to find any leads?
I don't know exactly. This time I saw
what you told me.
This time I was walking down the street, and instead of looking through Fenris's eyes, I was looking through Helen's. And then
Javier gives Victoria a side glance with the "oh no," like that specific monkey gif.
and then Fenris was there in the crowd, and she was scared, and he kept getting closer and closer, and I tried to fight him off, and that's I guess what translated over to the reality of it all was me beating up on your table. I thought I was punching him.
It's good practice, I suppose.
But,
hey, you know what? I think I got a use for that table after all.
Well,
yeah, how big are the splinters?
Yeah.
So
you've already got a steak. I'm not giving you like
It's
everyone this.
So I'm not exactly sure, but I did see a street. I don't know if that's now or if it was before or
A
what.
street is better than nothing at all.
But yeah. Hey, if we do find Helen and she's like us, could she join this group?
Oh, that Helen.
Yeah.
It suddenly clicks for Javier exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, Victoria has no idea who Helen is. But she's assuming it's someone fairly important, given
from the before times.
Yes.
So Helen is my friend. My best friend. I've known her since middle school.
Well, if she is one of us, technically, it is not our place to instill new coterie members, but we can take her along to see the prince, to organize something more official.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Exactly. I'm not opposed to helping if they are indeed one of us. She emphasizes one of us.
Yeah. No worries. No worries. I know. If she's not one of us, she's in the past. Just
okay.
If
she isn't one of us, we just make her one of us. Easy.
What's your humanity again?
What's the resistance check again? Hang on.
Humanity to burn. He can create as many vampires as he likes.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Archie goes on a fucking spree.
But if she isn't one of us, I would like to try to get her away from here. Not that it matters really, because apparently, we're everywhere. But
yep,
we will cross that bridge when we get to it.
Which we can do, turns out.
technically.
I forgot about because Archie fought the running water thing for a while.
Yeah.
Well, the idea
Archie
was
hasn't actually.
which we can do now.
Yeah, Archie hasn't actually been to this side of the city since he met all of you because this is all on the south side of the Yarra, and Archie's tunnel comes out on the north side. No, actually, no, it's the other way around. Archie hasn't been into the city, so your visit to the Prince was his first time. Your time going to the
Oh,
warehouse.
if that's actually good, it's very funny to assume.
You probably went under the running water.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a big river that goes through Nashville, so I think Javier figured it out pretty quick.
So you're so you're going to go to Richmond to try and see if you can spot.
I
Fenris
assume
Some,
I assume we're going to go to the street that Astrid saw just to scope it out.
It wasn't a clear you don't know exactly you just know that it is
names.
Richmond, yeah.
Okay.
But it's it does look like one of the main sort of roads in Richmond, but you don't really know Richmond well enough to be like it's this street. Like it's one of them because you recognize it because you've been to Richmond. And that's why you recognized it, but you don't know which one it is.
Well, fuck it. It's been a day already. Let's go explore. And if anyone has issues with that, we can say it's for your own intrigue, Astrid. You're one of them. Technically. Yeah. Air quote, air quote, air quote. You have every right to be there.
all right. So,
I get mistaken for one pretty often.
And I can go invisible.
Yeah.
all right. Well, I guess let's do this thing.
Although that has not helped me against other ones of us. He goes to say vampire again, but does. Recently, so maybe I don't do that.
It was a good effort.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, so you're gonna head off towards Richmond, and I'm assuming you're just we're gonna just sort of fade in on you, just cruising down the street, basically. It's the traffic's pretty heavy. So you're not so much just driving at full speed so much as just stopping a lot. Maybe you've got the windows open to look out into the street, and there's people moving up and down the footpaths, the sidewalks. There's bars and restaurants around here. They're kind of ducking into. Some of them are just sort of drinking out on the street. They're just a pint glass or a pot glass of something or other. And it's just kind of like a teeming mass of people. It's clearly a night spot, this area of the city. And you can sort of sense Victoria, it's almost like you can hear it, the way that the heartbeat and the blood that's sort of coursing through these masses of people, and they're all out having a good time and having getting drunk and making stupid decisions.
Oh, it is not the worst place to get a snack.
Yeah.
But I think Javier's got the window rolled down because, he's got the bloodhound advantage. So he's just arm out of the window, leaning out and just taking in wow, everything smells delicious.
Yeah. Yeah, and you definitely get the thick sort of clouds of smoke because almost everyone is smoking. So that's that mixed in with the just the life and the warmth of the city that your kind leeches off of and is drawn to. Even Archie and Astrid don't fail to notice it, even if their own sort of beliefs and morality prevents them from indulging, but they still notice it. They still sense it. And on the street, Astrid, for a moment, you see a glimpse of a face that you know, because you saw this face earlier tonight reflected in a shop window. But when you look again, you don't see it, and you can't decide if it's just like, wishful thinking, or maybe you did see it, or was it someone that just looked like her. That it kind of, sends a jolt through you, maybe makes you sit upright all of a sudden when you see it.
So, like, just by instinct, she'll use heightened senses, just start looking around frantically.
This place, with your heightened senses, is almost too much to bear. There's when you immediately sort of enhance your senses, the voices that were just like a murmured sort of like din and like distant thumping music becomes crystal clear, but it's all overlapping each other. So it's still a morass that you can't make sense of, but now it's just louder and like just like defined like needles in your ears, and your sense of smell picks up everything from like food, which once this food once smelled delicious to you, but now it just smells like something you like, just like it's frustratingly dull, because there's that undercurrent of life and blood beneath it that you can definitely, that sort of overpowers it. And the lights from, like, the street lights, or the lights outside of the hotels are almost blinding now. Like, you almost feel like this is what the sun might be like if you could still experience that. And as you sort of dig through, like, trying to sort of use your senses to see, you don't catch another glimpse of that familiar face. And it, after a few moments, it becomes like unbearable that you need to roll up the window and just kind of shelter yourself from it for a moment.
My Discord.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, my Discord just does that sometimes. So I was just double checking.
Having a long pensive silence.
Yeah.
Let the movie breathe. Now, you just see her kind of like, not quite ball up. She's in the car, but she stops looking for the moment. She just kind of like looks down. Whoever's in the backseat with her, which I would imagine is
Archie, probably.
Archie.
Wait, what did you say you were doing? Sorry, I heard look down.
No, you just like, she was like looking around, and then she just kind of stops, and she just kind of stares down at her lap.
Yeah, rolls up the window and.
Yeah, I say, are you okay? What's wrong?
I just thought I saw her, but
are you sure you didn't?
I don't know.
I tried. Do we want to pull over?
We can pull over. We have no other leads.
Okay.
Yeah, may as well just. No, Archie wouldn't say. May as well just fuck about here. That is not an Archie thing. May as well have a look about.
Victoria will happily pull over.
Okay. So yeah, you don't pull over immediately, because you have to sort of wheel off.
We have to find a place where the car won't get keyed.
Yeah. God.
I mean, probably nowhere in this neighborhood, but
Yeah. I hope the wheels are still on the car when we get back.
Victoria comes back and she's like, "Here we go again."
Round
Well,
2, baby!
Javier does have 3 dots in Streetwise. I'm sure he can help her pick out a spot that doesn't look like,
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna. I'm not gonna be that much of a
Yeah, I know.
cruel storyteller for you. I've already made Victoria have a frenzy based on something that neither she nor Astrid had any control over.
Yeah, it was a bit of
It's
fun,
fine.
isn't it?
If anyone
just-
is like paying too much attention to the car when we stop, Javier will just mean
Yeah.
mug them.
Yeah. Well, when you're like, you do see someone paying attention to the car, but it's not like, your typical thug. It's like it's someone wearing a big like sandwich board, like with like the big sort of placard on the front and on the back, and it's got like writing on it, and they're wearing it sort of over their shoulders.
Mhm.
Does everyone know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it just says repent, the end is nigh.
Oh
they're kinda
boy.
they're like
Oh,
holding
Lord.
it. They're holding it sort of when they sort of notice you like mean mugging them. They kind of hold it up for you to like look at. Javier. As the car is parked just sort of off the main drag in a side street, but he can still sort of see you from across the road.
So very quietly, he just whispers, "Want me to get rid of that?"
Unless
you
you're
whispering?
hungry. He's not doing anything. Religious freedom and all that guff.
Duff.
Is he end
I
tonight?
just love that Daunt just like
Yes.
immediately works to just repel mortals. I'm mortal repellent now.
Turns out he's a fucking vampire who's just trying to wake up the antediluvians. He wants to be the
He's got the end. His eye internally over is like, "Joke's on you, fucker. I'm Catholic."
Yeah, so you guys are just gonna kind of get out of the car and wander the streets. Sort of.
Astrid, which
gonna
way
go have
did
a
you
look about.
think you seen her?
I'll kind of gesture in the general direction.
Yeah.
Alright, well let's go have a walkabout.
The guy, you'll notice sort of as you sort of walk out of the side street and head up the way that you came, the guy with the sign is sort of still watching you, Javier, and he's just sort of like, it's not like he's holding the sign up like you should read this. He's just sort of holding it because he wants everyone to read it. But he's like he's like sort of turning to watch you, like following you with like not just his eyes, but like the way that his body is facing as he watches you guys like walk up the street. And you might sort of keep glancing over your shoulder and noticing that he's doing that. He's not being subtle about it.
I wave at him.
He doesn't respond at all.
I look
Victoria
sad.
will wave as well.
He doesn't respond.
Damn.
Should we roll for another frenzy, Victoria?
How dare you?
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, Javier was going to pop Daunt just to see if it makes him run away. Because if he doesn't just run away, then
I'm
there's
just
something
wondering
funky.
because you're not like, would Daunt work like? I feel like you're kind of far away from him for it to really have like the most potent effect. Like, although maybe.
It just means I add my presence rating to an intimidate roll.
Okay, well, give it a shot. But I'd say it'd be a bit more difficult, like maybe a difficulty 3, because he's not right on top of you. He's like, he's down the street a bit.
That's fine. Intimidate is a social one. I have a bonus to that right now.
It's all the cigarette.
Are we putting that under charisma or manipulation?
I'd say charisma. Manipulation, I think, is more of a talking
Okay.
element. Charisma is just kind of like the raw Javier experience.
What difficulty?
3.
All right. This is my fuck off roll.
Oh, he Let me just. I just want to look at the rules for Daunt real quick because I should have been doing that while you were getting the dice pulled together, but instead I'll
Let's
do it
see.
now.
With this power, the user appears threatening and exudes an aura of menace powerful enough to make most mortals avoid their attention, and even vampires think twice about acting against them.
Okay, so
Add the
the
user's
man.
presence rating,
Yeah.
and then yeah.
So the man with the sandwich board, he visibly kind of tenses. He doesn't break eye contact, but he does kind of like lean back a little bit, and then he sort of turns back around and just sort of goes back to staring off at like the general crowd and not focusing on you anymore.
Okay. So that was a very mortal reaction to that. Allegedly.
Yeah. Yeah. Astrid, as you're walking, you don't see anyone that sort of reminds you of Helen, but it's you almost couldn't tell because there's so many people.
Mm-hmm.
But you do. I would say you feel like if she were here, you'd spot her.
Yeah.
But that's who knows. Archie, you're getting like some looks just by virtue of how you look. No one's actively no one's like screaming or running away, but they kind of step away from you. Maybe someone kind of turns around from a conversation suddenly, and you're like right there, and they kind of jump because they have like that involuntary reaction. Like maybe if they were, society would make them be polite and pretend they don't see see you basically is what they do, but sometimes they can't help but have that visceral reaction when you startle them.
Yeah,
and
Archie's used
Victoria,
to it, I think.
Yeah, and Victoria, all that's going through your head is how much blood there is, like just all around you.
Well,
and it makes the tips of your fingers like sting.
And it doesn't help that they keep crossing the street to avoid Javier.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, basically, when Javier like activated Daunt, it's like, have you ever seen those pictures of like a shark swimming and all the fish just parting?
The fish, yeah.
It's like that. They don't don't even know why they're doing it. They just do it, like just an instinctive reaction. Like there's some people that just have a sort of presence where like crowds will just part, and they're not because he's doing anything that they know of or they can feel anyway.
That they know of.
Yeah.
If I turn on Awe, it'll balance it out, and everyone will act normal.
No. I have Daunt. You go across the street, and you turn on Awe.
And I collect them all. Oh, that's
and you
so
collect
smart.
them.
Everyone gets hit by a tram because you make like hundreds of people cross a busy street. Yeah. Hundreds of people cross fucking Bridge Road in the middle of
I will be back in a couple minutes.
What's that?
Oh, I just said I'll be back in a couple minutes.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, that one really got to me.
That's funny.
Yeah, so you're just not seeing anything. Astrid, this place has ever since you started like having those premonitions, you've sort of got like an attunement sort of feeling. It's hard to describe, but this place is definitely there's something to it that like makes it feel like home ground.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't say what it is, but it just feels like this is the place where you can you know, sort of, for lack of a better term, and not applicable to Ashford, but it's not a place you could swing your dick around, if that makes
Mm-hmm.
sense. Like just
Yeah.
the saying, like just sort of like this is like I can do what I like that kind of place.
Yeah.
And you have that strong feeling here, and you can add a Actually, I'll leave what you can add. If it comes up, it'll come up. But you do feel like you would sort of, you're in charge here.
Mm.
You think that you're
Yeah.
the reason that everybody's parting.
Yeah.
Is there
None of
if she takes a look around, is there like somewhere like an alley she could duck into?
Oh yes, there's plenty of them.
Yeah, she's just gonna look to the others like, give me a sec. I'm just gonna be right over there. Just kind of, I don't know, keep an eye out.
All right. Is she? And she leans over to Javier. You think she's doing more of her weird vision shit?
Table breaking.
you know.
I don't know. I haven't been present for any of that shit.
Neither have I. She just keeps talking about it. It's weird. I don't think they're meant to do that, right?
I don't know.
Okay. Cool. Good chat.
Girl's defective.
Yeah,
See, your heightened senses make this conversation like
yeah.
clear as a bell for you.
But yeah,
Well,
she's
then
gonna.
again, you're talking to the Toreador with dominate, so
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna duck into the alley, kind of go where she's not near anyone, and she's gonna try again.
Okay.
This time
roll.
she's gonna try to focus on Helen.
Let's roll.
All right. Let's see if this goes better.
please don't frenzy in the middle of a crowd.
I'll try not to.
Do it.
No pull size modifier. Difficulty still 2.
We're not in eyesight of the car,
Actually,
right?
Put a +1 on that pool modifier.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. Because of like the area around you.
Home tap.
Or maybe it's just your connection to Helen. Who knows?
And then difficulty.
Just put it as 1 because no matter
Okay.
will count by successes that you get.
Why is it so slow?
Mhm.
Really
It
thinking.
it will
Nick's
eventually pop
downloading.
up.
Nick's downloading, so.
You didn't pause it?
Hey,
Ooh.
that's a lot better.
Yeah. So you kind of go into the alleyway, and maybe like you kind of put your hands on like the brickwork of the building, and just kind of like try and get that focus together again. And for a moment, you see in your head, you see that same face, that same like fanged, monstrous face that Fenris is twisted into when you tried this before in Victoria's apartment. But it's almost like you push through it. Like instead of using your fists in the real world, you use them in whatever ethereal world you're in when you're having this vision.
Mind fists.
You break through like he shatters like glass, and you find yourself you're underwater. It's cold. It's dark. You can't see anything, but you can feel like the dampness of the water, and you worry because you can't breathe, but you also don't need to. Like you just you have that constant sort of feeling of like you even like you're trying to breathe in, but all you're doing is inhaling water, but for some reason you have that same panicky feeling and like distress and discomfort, but nothing's happening to you.
Yeah.
Your hands can sort of feel around you, and what feels like sort of rough timber or wood, almost like maybe you're in a crate or something. And you can sort of feel the water sort of
Alright, sorry, I took a bit.
Yep.
I was just grabbing
You
it.
can almost you can feel like the water sort of like pouring, like it's like whatever you're in is not airtight, and the water is pouring into it. You hear you're kind of thumping on the sides, and you're trying to yell out, but it's just coming out as like bubbles and like amorphous noise around you. And then your vision changes. So you're no longer here, but you're in a box, but there's no longer the water, and the top is removed. And above you, you can see a sign that reads Tanner Mercantile. Just like an old sort of sign, like on brickwork, like maybe like like at least like 50 years old. And you are bound up in like chains, you feel, and suddenly you can hear like distant voices kind of muffled talking to each other, and one man kind of looks over like the top of the crate down at you, and you recognize him as the man that Fenris was talking to in that vision you had, like the man in kind of like the suit, the very small kind of diminutive man, and he kind of looks down at you, and he looks up at someone that you can't see, and says something that you can't hear. Like his mouth is moving, but it's just like it's almost like your ears are ringing and you can't understand. And then you see, you hear like the dull thud of footsteps, and you see Fenris peer over too and look up and say something else that you also don't hear. And then Fenris lifts like a lid and covers it over, and everything goes black again, and you're back in the alleyway.
It's gonna take a breath.
Yeah.
Gonna hurry out. And when she's near the other, you see her looking around frantically, like, Tanner's Mercantile. Is that familiar to anyone?
I will say that the three of you, it's almost like Astrid's hair is wet. Almost. Like it seems that way. Like you almost feel like that's what it's like for a second, but it's one of those things where you're just like, I'm not 100% sure. Am I just imagining that? Yeah, carry on.
Would I be able to roll something to see if I know that place? Because I think the only one native to the city.
Yeah, you can give me an intelligence streetwise to see if you remember.
Yep.
You remember that sign anywhere? That's a.
She also
Make it a difficulty 3, I think, just because you're trying to remember a sign.
I don't know if I can succeed there.
You don't have streetwise?
I don't have streetwise, and I've only got 2 dots in intelligence.
You know what I have? I still have Victoria's Refidex.
You do?
God.
I'll still make the roll just to see if I... Yeah, no. Oh, so I think I messed up.
And I make that roll.
Yeah, you can make that roll. I would say put a -1 modifier on it because it's not your city.
Yeah.
So it'd be very hard. Yeah. But you could maybe find something if you make the same roll.
Yeah, how well I can...
Would I be able to help her out? Help him out with that? Sorry, my mouth was full.
Yeah, I think
it would just negate the -1.
Yeah, well then negate the -1 and say that Archie is kind of helping you.
Okay, so that is streetwise intelligence.
Victoria's staring longingly in the direction of her car.
I mean,
looking in the window. looking in the window of table shops. Sighing.
Victoria does do a lot of shopping. It's Mercantile's a
It's
merchant.
true.
We go
Surely
past the
she's like,
store called Nothing But Tables.
Do you wanna add another dot for me?
yeah,
Rich.
she's racking all of her like merchandising brains. Like, where have I shopped
Yeah.
before? Is that like connected to anything?
That's not somewhere you've shopped before, no.
Damn, no. It doesn't sell clothes.
Or tables.
Oh,
The
cool.
two
I
things
think
that Victoria
the
buys.
the nicotine boost also gives me a thing, so that's gonna turn that -1 into a +1. Thanks
Well,
for
there you go.
the helps. Let's see.
Cigarettes solve all our problems.
Victoria turns to Astrid while they're like the other two are racking their brains. She's like, I kind of hate not being from here. It's really
What's-
annoying.
What's the difficulty?
3.
3.
Okay. See if I can pull this out of my ass. No, I can't. Sorry.
No,
I
I
tried.
would
One.
say you come close enough
Actually-
to find a general area.
I was gonna say I can willpower that.
I'm going to say that like you
Okay.
got enough successes, I think, that maybe you can sort of that there is a Tanner Street not far from here, and it's also near the Yarra River.
I saw Helen. I think she was in a box underwater, and then she wasn't underwater. But I saw the mercantile place.
Alright, well, I think about be here.
Let's go.
If I'm reading this right.
Is it like
I'm going
a
to
long-
say with the 2 out of 3 successes, you maybe spend like an hour kind of walking. Like you go down to the river, but then you're kind of looking around trying to find this place. Like is Tanner Mercantile? Is that it? No, that's something else. You find like there's 2 big silos with the Nilex sign on them. That means nothing to any of you. But it makes sense to me as someone from Melbourne. And you go, but eventually you do find it's an old brick building, like probably from the turn of the century. And it has, a worn sign on the side, like painted but kind of faded over time. Like maybe this isn't the same company that owns and uses it now. And it says Tanner Mercantile, established 1872. And it does back onto the river. It's the lights are out. It seems not deserted, but definitely disused. Like it doesn't, like people don't seem like they would come here very often. Although you can, your heightened senses have, I would say, worn off by now, Astrid. But even without them, you guys can hear like 2 muffled voices, kind of, for lack of a better word, shooting the shit, like just behind the building. And you could maybe get around through the alleyway where they look like they parked the cars. And there is a car parked in there, like a battered old Datsun.
Yeah, she's gonna.
I know what those are.
She's gonna head that way.
I don't.
For you kids out there, that's what eventually became Nissan.
Yeah.
Ah.
Can I roll wits awareness just to get a scope of the general situation of this place? Because Victoria is
Sure.
not in the mindset to get jumped.
Yeah. You can roll wits awareness.
I guess I'll turn off Daunt so I don't just have this oppressive aura.
I would say it's probably worn off by now. We're in a new scene.
Yeah.
Difficulty?
2 is good. 2 is a good simple difficulty.
Look at you.
Well,
Yeah.
we're not great today, but we're successful.
You avoided another bestial failure.
Barely.
Nerve's still a little frayed. It's okay.
Yeah. So
You're
you
still thinking about that table.
my table. You can sort of get the vibe that there are people here. They're back on the dock from what you sort of hear and can see and just generally sense. Their car is is not warm or, sort of making the ticking sound that a bad engine might make after you turn it off. So it's been there for a while. And these two people you don't know what they're doing, but they're there just on the sort of like, it's sort of like a half wood, half brick like platform that sort of just dips down into the river. Like maybe once they unloaded, barges or boats here, but now that's kind of overgrown a bit with grass and weeds because it's not really used for that anymore because the docks are, on the other side of the city now.
I'm gonna write down that license plate.
Oh.
Okay. I don't have an authentic 1982.
No, it's fine. I'm
Victorian
just gonna write it
license
down.
plate, but you do have it, yeah.
Okay. So
Astrid was
those
just
two
going straight in. Astrid was like,
Yeah.
I'm going in. So
Look,
while
my
you're
specialty's Grand Theft Auto. I'm really good at knowing how to track down who cars belong to.
Before Astrid goes in, I want to say I will remind you I can go invisible.
do you stop Astrid or are you too far?
She
gone?
stops. She stops, but she looks over to Victoria. Do you still have the steak?
Oh lordy.
Yeah, sure. Fuck it. I still have the steak.
Can I have it?
Is that wise?
Can I have it?
Javier says while writing down a license plate and a make and model of the car.
Compromise. Considering we don't know what we're getting into, I'm going to give Javier the steak because he has more muscle than me, and if worse comes to worse, he can do some stabbing. But if we can, because we don't want to make any faux pas, shall we say. All good? I'm more than happy to go in there with you. Never, Archie. You're perfect and infallible.
I am.
She'll take a breath. All right, but let's just figure it out because she could be here.
We should go look. Let's go. And Victoria will give Javier the steak after he's done.
I got
down some numbers.
I got my chest stick back.
Reunited.
It's the only piece of home I have. No.
Javier immediately plunges it into his heart and just collapses on the ground.
I'm out.
Sweet release.
Reunited, yes. Okay. So Archie, are you going to become an invisible?
Well,
Archie?
are we just running in, or do you want me to go have a little look-see first?
Such a good question.
Ash is like, all right. Go have a look. Just be careful.
Look-see for Archie. I don't say that in character.
Oh, you should say it in character. I love the idea of these like occasional moments where Archie is just really sinister and arch for some reason.
It's pretty good.
It's like, why is he doing that? And then he's just like, oh no, we're all good friends, aren't we? But then he's like, a little peek for Archie.
Javier's used
Yeah,
to
right. He says it in
this
character then. A
shit.
little look-see for Archie.
This is
Remember,
just shit.
remember that Kryne can't breathe underwater. Remember that. Just saying.
She gives you like a brief description of Helen. Blonde hair, around 6 feet tall, like brown eyes.
Yeah,
she
All
talks
Victoria.
Big me.
Oh, big
Texan you.
Okay.
You but Texan.
And she'll describe like a jean jacket that she always wears.
Okay. I will.
And they can't breathe underwater, so just in case.
Okay. I am going to. Oh, is that not how you do that? Because I need to make a rouse check to use Unseen Passage, don't I?
Oh, right. I need to do a rouse check for the last premonition too.
Rouse check failed. I am hunger free again.
Yeah, try the club, bud.
That
it's fine.
dog soul wriggles and escapes you.
No!
You feel once more hungry.
It's fine.
Damn
I'll
it.
find a bigger dog next time.
Another
An
stray
even
big
more
dog.
beloved dog.
Yes! I'm gonna
Archie
break
is
into
gonna
the
be
backyard
trying
of
to,
a
like, do
suburban house.
surveillance.
Oh, there we go. The more loved the dog is, the more hungry you get back.
Yeah, because vampires are all
Anim-
bastards.
Animal
Dog
succulence is
gobblery.
bullshit. It's just based
We'll
on
tag
dogs.
team. You get the dog, I'll get the wife that owns the dog inside, and it'll be fine. We can both have a snack.
Yeah, and someone can eat the kids.
Yeah. Perfect.
Wow.
Javier, you above kids?
No, I'm sorry. That is not. No.
No, I'm damn. I'm not.
What if they're
working
punk
out.
kids?
Do you see how big he is? It would take like 4 of them.
Yeah,
Wow.
we're in the 80s. They're probably a Christian household.
Yeah.
God. Have you just
Oh, my-
drinking
my
children's
mum has
fucking
5
juice
siblings.
boxes? You guys became a Sabbath pack without even fucking.
No, it's fine. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Sometimes
Although
Okay,
you just gotta eat a
Javier is
family
trying-
dog and then the family.
Javier's definitely trying not to react to Victoria casually suggesting that Archie drown people.
Oh, Archie didn't even pick up on that's what she meant.
I
thought she was suggesting that.
Yeah, if he sees Helen in water, that she can't breathe, and that he should come back and tell us real quick. Not that he should start drowning people.
This just
It's
shows
funny,
what
though, when
Javier assumes about Victoria.
When it comes from
Okay.
Victoria, it just sounds like Victoria suggesting that Archie drown everyone.
Well, if you're gonna murder some people-
Water is a merciful, clean death, Archie. Anyway, Archie, you become invisible and go around the corner. There's a group. Well, not a group. 2 men.
I
One.
would still like to be sneaky as well, just in case they can, see invisible
Well, they can
people.
hear. Oh, well,
Yeah.
so you're just kind of peeking around the corner. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not really looking
Still being
towards-
very.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is a big kind of bulky guy who's leaning up against the wall, and he's wearing a tight-fitting shirt and shorts, and he's sort of leaning up against the wall with his arms crossed, smoking a cigarette. And the other one is kind of a bit more scrawny, and he's got his feet dangling in the water. And there is a length of chain tied around one of the pylons that's tied around it and padlocked to it, and then the train just sort of snakes its way across the boards and over the side of them and down into the water. And the 2 guys are just sort of chatting amongst themselves. One of them says, this is ridiculous. Why, how long's it been now? And they're like, it's been as long as it has to be. They said, we just need to keep an eye, just stay and watch. Wouldn't it be simpler if we just, just, knock them out or something. It's look, they want to do it. They say this is the easiest way, the least messy way. So this is the way we're doing it. And just stop arguing with me, okay? And then they kind of mutter and go back into silence for a bit.
Okay. I would like to drown one. No.
Roll your drown plus dexterity.
Yeah, I've got 4 dots in drown. Okay, I'll go back and relay what I heard. I think they are doing something to someone. I don't know who or where, but maybe we should go in and I can summon rats.
As you're saying
I can
that,
summon fish.
As you're saying that, you hear one of them say, "I've got another pack of darts in the car. I'm just gonna go get it." And you hear footsteps falling on the wood.
I'm still.
You guys have a couple seconds to make a choice here.
I'm going to
wait.
Hang on.
Steal the car.
What's
No.
Oh God!
Steal the cigarettes.
I mean, that'd be a hell of a distraction.
Yeah.
I am going to use prowess. So that's
Okay.
that's a
Ooh.
rouse
I'm
check.
gonna punch a hole in this MF.
Sure.
I am now hungry, but that's fine. So like it's just a couple of seconds, and he's gonna be here.
Yeah.
She's gonna.
You've got
She's just. Yeah, in that split second, she's just gonna look in like the group's general direction. Like she looks like she's ready for a fight. But how do they look?
I don't. I'm invisible.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they said it.
Javier's usual response to "oh shit, people are coming" is "where can I hide?" Because this is a man who runs away from his problems, not towards them.
Is ride or die. She already said so. But she's very not good in a fight, so
All right,
she's like the
then
least help.
she's not seeing any like no's, so she's gonna try to subdue whoever's about to show up here.
Sure. You can get like I'll say you get like a surprise attack on them because they don't really know that you're there. So give me a. Are you gonna just attack them with your fists of fury?
Yeah, I want to try to subdue them.
Yeah. So just give me a strength plus brawl and then add whatever modifiers prowess gives you with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I just have the mental image of Victoria slowly making her way behind Javier.
And then prowess add.
You could probably hide completely behind him.
So add portents rating to unarmed damage and defeats strength.
Yep.
Okay,
you just roll that, and then we'll add it to your damage.
So I'll add it to 2, full size modifier.
He's not going to resist because he doesn't know you're.
Yeah. Difficulty 1, like always. Then.
Yep.
All right. It's a coming. I don't. Why is it just me?
You gotta think.
Like, is it because I popped out my character sheet? No, it can't be. Oh, there it goes.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
oh lord, oh lordy, well, oh no.
Astrid, as this guy rounds the corner, you sort of funnel the strength of your blood into your fists and into like through your muscles, and they become like preternaturally strong, and you drive your fist into his jaw, like just striking at his head. But rather than like you might have punched someone in the past, and rather than it being the usual thing of like maybe they fall backwards or maybe their jaw wobbles a bit, the jaw is shattered and teared to the point where the mandible is this is like horror movie shit. Like you didn't know you could be this strong.
Nope.
And you hit them with such force that it basically partially tears their jaw out of its hinge.
Oh lord.
And they kind of like the bottom of their mouth is now hanging off, and like
Spider-Man,
the viscera is kind of like pouring down there, and they kind of like they gurgle at you like with a stunned look before they just collapse in a pile. And give yourself do you see the bar for if you go down your humanity?
Yeah.
In one of those empty boxes, mark a cross, because that's like the first empty box, because that's a stain on your humanity, because that's monster shit. Like what you just did to that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. How do
I can do it if you're having trouble.
Head clean
yeah, because like I'm trying to like click a box, but
I can do it. It's fine.
Do you accidentally have lock dots clicked?
I can do it. Don't worry about it. I'll handle it.
Okay. And I don't have lock dots clicked.
I see what you mean. Oh no, you got to click the little cog.
The little thing.
For future reference, you click the little cog and then you type. You type.
I see it. Yep,
1.
I see it now.
I put it in there. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so you have that for, and yeah, the rest of you see this happen. But he doesn't make a sound because you basically, like, maybe he gurgles, but you've kind of ruined his ability to make sounds.
Yeah.
And he sort of collapses in a
Ah.
heap next to the.
I have a
And
sneaky
will-
suspicion that this was a mortal.
Yeah, I was like, the
Probably.
important question is, does he turn to dust?
No, he doesn't. He remains.
Oh.
Well, I mean,
that wouldn't kill.
that wouldn't kill a vampire
anything.
anyways, right?
Yeah, no. You
No.
just,
I
mean,
you would have
depends-
to
it depends
regenerate
on
the
the-
spore.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it wouldn't kill him, but it might sort of knock him.
Yeah, it might knock
for a
him
little
out.
bit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so okay, so she's gonna stop.
7 successes too.
She's gonna reach down and like kind of touch where his neck is. Does he feel warm?
Yes, he's warm.
Oh,
Hmm.
I think he was a dude, like a normal mortal.
Archie starts panicking a little bit.
Mm.
You just
I will
hear,
say-
like... you
Like-
just hear-
So Victoria and Archie, most of all, with the most familiarity with living in the Camarilla city, you know that a dead mortal lying on the ground is not good for
Not
anybody.
great. That's
Yeah.
not great.
No.
Yeah, I had to say, you just hear Javier whisper under his breath, Madre de Dios.
Yeah, it just makes a sign of the cross.
Yeah,
She's just gonna stare at this person that she probably just killed,
probably.
and then she's gonna look.
When you touch his neck, there's no pulse, or maybe it's very faint. Like there's blood pouring from this from this wound.
Unlike
if he's
when...
not dead, he's not long for this world.
So no,
Yeah,
I mean he's yeah. Well, this is what happened.
I'll call the pigs.
Don't do that.
They can eat the body. It's fine. No.
Oh, wait, those kinds of pigs? Yeah, no, call those pigs.
Yeah.
Victoria's
Yeah. We're calling them.
What the fuck, narc?
No. No, I meant the cops. They can eat the body.
Oh,
voice
yeah,
around-
all right.
That was the sort of the skinny. No, that was the big guy, the muscly guy, and the skinny guy. You kind of hear him say, "What, you fucking fall in or something?"
Yeah. Do you?
Javier's just gonna look over at Victoria because this is her area of expertise.
Yeah.
Joe,
Okay.
fucking can't. And he gets. You hear him sort of like splashing as he pulls his legs out of the water, and you can hear him thumping.
Oh, okay.
You do that, I'm gonna go work on this car. I'm gonna go see if I can find some keys on this dude.
Maybe these guys are ghouls.
1 second.
Maybe they're not guys.
Problem with ghouls is it's very difficult to tell that they're ghouls
Yeah.
when you kill them.
Yeah. In that case, Victoria will do a nice little running leap over the now corpse, and intercept the guy before he. I assume comes around the corner or into
you can sort of
view.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You can sort of what the fuck? Who the fuck are you?
And please don't fuck up. I'm gonna be
You got
very
this.
hungry.
You got this. Oh god.
Jesus Christ!
Whoa.
Fuck. Okay, it's fine. It's fine, and she immediately mesmerizes him. She's starving.
Fuck, hunger. This has been a mess of a fucking session.
It's been a bad day.
For all of you, not me.
This is what happens when
Archie's been fine. I got a bit hungry.
Meanwhile, Javier is going through this dude's pockets because he was already heading back towards the car, so he's hoping that the keys are on this one.
This is what she gets for saying "fuck it" so much in one night. She should have thought about this.
We're putting the body in the boot of the car, then driving the car the river. It's fine.
So the guy, as you sort of stop and you activate your mesmerism, which requires you to give him a complex command.
Mm-hmm.
So he kind of stops, but you need to say something to him.
Can you make him Like, can mesmerism force him to like tell you what's going, like what he's doing out here?
No, it basically it makes them a zombie, and they can only like, yeah, you can't get any
So
information out of them.
You can issue complex commands to a victim as long as they have subjects, as long as it's mesmerism, right?
Yeah.
So you did the rouse check.
Could say lead me to the body.
And must not contain any conditional actions. So yeah, they can't exercise cognition. So it's just basically something they can do immediately.
Yeah.
Cool. Or get the body out of the water, maybe, to see if that does anything.
Well, okay, out of character. Would we prefer I say job's done, get the fuck out of here, and like send him away before he can see anything and like see you guys and all that? Or would you?
I'm going to put up a moratorium, Victoria. You got to decide this yourself because everyone has run off to do different things.
Damn
it! Come on, leader, fearless leader. What do we do?
Drown yourself in the river.
Well, I feel like we could probably find a body. Well, a girl in a box, right? We could probably find that.
Ellen's in a box.
You could say, lead me to the girl in the box.
Ellen's in a box.
In that case, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna say, job's done. Get out of here. Not by the car, and like shoo him the opposite way so he doesn't go that way.
So he just kind of like he turns sort of like and stumbles sort of dumbly off in the other direction. There's no real path that way. So he kind of jumps off the dock and sort of you hear him like squelching through like the mud and reeds up the bank of the river and into the darkness.
If he gets bit by something, that's on him. It's fine.
Question. Question. Probably too late, but probably like no, I'm not gonna like try to backtrack or anything, but I do have medicine, but I don't think it could help him.
No, this is the sort of wound that like
there is one way you could help him.
Even a trained doctor is gonna look at that and be like, "Fuck." Like,
so
there's exactly one way you can help him.
Is he conscious?
He is not. Oh, he's mate. You can't really tell. He's kind of like gurgling a bit. He is fading fast. There is one way that you kind of instinctively know could fix him or help him.
Fix him forever.
Yeah, but that'd be another
without a jaw.
Yeah.
And you'd like immediately like yak up anything you tried to drink.
Yeah. She's just gonna kind of.
I would say it would depend in an embrace situation. I think with in that case, it's kind of on the verge of like drinking kindred blood, and you wouldn't.
But
he
is not. So he's not conscious. So he's not actively suffering.
I mean, you can't tell because he doesn't have a mouth to make like sounds with and faces with.
I mean, if we bring him back with no jaw, he can't tell anyone what happened.
Jeez.
Yeah, we could emergency embracing someone to save their life after you.
Astra's gonna go from like 9 to 6.
Thank God Victoria's around the corner because she would have shut this shit down. Like that's unsanctioned, babes. You can't do that.
So just
around the corner, like
just FYI, I did not entertain the thought of siring him. I'm not saying do that. Yeah. What my thing was like, if he's actively suffering, I think Astra would just like break his neck.
Oh, you can do that. I won't even make you roll for that.
Because like she's afraid that he's conscious, but he's not.
Does she actively look like this is upsetting her? Because Javier's right there. He's trying to find the keys.
She's clearly upset. Like she did not mean for this.
He's just gonna pull out his boot and is just going to end it.
No, she'll stop him. She'll stop him. No, I
think Archie might run off.
I stomp Pug.
It's like I
meant the knife in his boot, but he was just gonna end it very quickly.
I'll do it, and she'll
sure? You don't
So
gotta.
Archie, hang on, is Archie going to run off? Is that what you
Not
want him
like
to do?
far, like around a corner or something, so he doesn't have to watch.
I mean, he's already. You disappeared, but I assume when you just did the quick disappear, it was the one that doesn't cost a rouse.
Oh no, I was
so you
because it lasts for a scene. The unseen passage.
okay. But I thought once you stopped doing it, when you came back to tell them, or were you invisible when you were
Oh
telling
no,
them?
I imagine I was still invisible when I told him in case they wanted me to go back out.
You guys have to get
To
used to
his-
Archie just saying stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine they
From
are.
nowhere. Anyway, yeah. So you sort of run off back down the alleyway because this
Yeah.
is some,
I am not watching
and so
this.
when she says no, let me do it, he'll nod and you hear a quiet prayer in Spanish, and then he'll let you.
She'll just look at him.
yeah.
I'm so sorry. And she'll break his neck.
And he
A
like whatever
horrible
like gurgling
cracking
and
noise.
stuff. Yeah. Yeah, well there is a horrible cracking noise. And the beast sort of is exalting sort of inside your chest. And it's like it's kind of admonishing you for not drinking while he was alive. Because now it's dead and it's not really as nourishing. But like this is the stuff that it wants you to do. Like it's like now go get now go get her. Like go rescue her. You charged in here like a big hero.
She'll
Also Victoria, you're famished.
Yeah. Yeah.
she'll stand and she'll head over to the dock.
I'm just going to ransack this man's pockets, keys, wallet, whatever I can find.
Yeah, you find a wallet and a set of car keys with a little brass kind of key ring in the shape of like when you see on mud flaps like the silhouette of the woman.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's one of the like a little brass key ring of that.
Gross. Okay, I feel less bad.
So yeah,
I think he's actually going to like unhook that and just like yeet it into the water.
So Victoria, you see Astrid rush around the corner onto the wharf. There's that chain that sort of leads down into the water. That's pretty much all there is to see. There's a guy in the far distance like squelching off on the riverbank.
She's just feats of strength. She's gonna try to pull up the chain.
Yeah. I would say you can probably do it. I'd say you kind of you activated your prowess. I want to say you kind of going and you've got your potence pretty high. I say you can pretty much pull this out of the water by yourself. Victoria, you're just watching Astrid just like yank this heavy looking crate on the end of a chain just out of the water like it was a
I'm
fishing
watching
lure.
this and very keenly trying to ignore the smell coming from around in the alleyway.
It is.
It's bad. But like
It's
bad
almost,
is good bad.
It's almost hunger frenzy inducing.
It's close.
Is it close or is it hunger frenzy? No, I'm not going to do
Is
that.
For hunger, it actually is.
I know, but I feel kind of bad.
You know what? It is fine because Javier is just going to find a way to pick up this dude by the ankles and drag him off to the water.
She's like huffing the industrial park like sludge coming from the river. Yeah. She's like, just block it out. It's fine. Yeah. It's fine.
So while you're huffing that, Javier hoves into view, dragging the corpse towards the river.
And I think Archie's the only one that like would see it because everyone else is busy. But he is not looking thrilled about getting anywhere near the water. Okay, then no one sees him. No one knows what happened to that body. You looked away and it's gone.
Who's to say?
So Astrid pulls the wooden crate out.
He put the body in the crate.
Yeah. As soon as you sort of like pull the crate up onto the dock, like the water just like starts to pour out of the holes in the side of it, like all over the dock, like just spilling out in a big sort of puddle that hits on Victoria's nice shoes. Fury, frenzy. No, no, yeah, and it's sort of the chain is kind of goes into the box as well as being wrapped around it. You probably need a key for it, but the wood seems kind of soaked and waterlogged, and you could maybe just break it, but you don't. Yeah.
She'll look at it, and she's been like, you can tell there's some anguish here because she keeps like glancing over at the body
that Javier is dragging.
Yeah, but eventually she just kind of focuses, and she goes to try to break it.
So you tear the like the wooden, like a chunk of wood away, and there's darkness inside the box. So you tear like another chunk to kind of make a bigger hole, and suddenly from the darkness, a pale hand, hang on, sir, I have one question for you.
Yeah.
The glove, did you have both of them still, or was one of them missing?
So what they did was they both bought like a pair, and then they exchanged one set of the pairs. Yeah. So they both have the mismatched gloves.
Okay. So one hand, the hand that shoots out, and the skin is like deathly pale, like waterlogged, kind of like corpse pale, and the hand is wearing that familiar glove, and it grabs your wrist, and that's where we end the session for tonight.
Oh boy.
This was the third worst night ever.
Pretty rough.
What were the second and first worst nights? Yeah, Javier's like, I did a good thing.
Look, my worst night was the first one, and it's just gotten better.
I do remember the first night. I remember fondly because it was just like, I remember the fight because it was just like Javier and Astrid fighting the guy, and Victoria and Archie just kind of standing nearby, like, what do we do?
I summoned a lot of rats.
Yeah, they didn't show up until after the fight.
Astrid was trying but couldn't really get a lot of purchase, and then Javier just came out of fucking nowhere and stabbed him in the neck.
Oh, poor Astrid. She did not realize.
We should do. Should we do her morality?
Oh yeah,
remorse test. Yeah, probably.
So what is that?
Okay, so I think if you go to your sheet, I think if you just click
remorse test under here. Yeah.
It'd be like just a remorse. Yeah.
All right. Did that do it? Oh, God.
We'll find out.
Well,
that seems weird because
those are clearly there's some successes here.
Well, let me just check the remorse.
You needed how many successes did you need though? Because it's really easy to lose humanity at 9.
Yeah, roll a number of dice equal to the unmarked, unfilled dots on your humanity tracker. So that was none. A character with humanity 6 and 2. So if the remorse roll results in at least one success, the character has suffered enough guilt to thought. So yeah, I think you might go down one.
Wait, what? Hold on.
But one of those is a 10.
I'll be right back. Sorry, I just have to do something real quick. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. Discuss it.
Yeah, because I'm like, wait a minute. The way that sounded, it's like, wait, what? Hold on.
Yeah, those are a bunch of success.
I'm like, because I heard at least one.
Yeah.
You had to get.
Let's see. So, remorse. When a character stays in their tracker at the end of a session, they make a remorse test. The remorse pool is composed of how many empty spaces are left between the humanity and the amount of stains taken.
Which would be none for you, right?
I guess, because I was at 9.
And you had one stain, so they'd be... maybe it was impossible for you to succeed it?
Let me see here.
yeah,
Or
I
was it just
think-
like you get at least one die?
In the case of a Humanity 7 character with only one stain, they roll 2 die. So I rolled 1 die, I think. Or maybe it was a...
What did you work out?
We're
So,
looking.
okay, so you have to roll a single dice. You
Yeah.
get
Oh,
one
okay.
dice to roll. Sorry, I
Okay.
looked it up. I have to remember. It's been a while since I've done this.
So, okay, I roll 1 die.
Yes, and if you pass it, you're good. If you don't, you lose humanity.
So should I
Yeah.
make that just a rouse check? Because I'm...
I think if you just click at the top.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
just click-
there's one at the top that's just a regular old die.
I can do it if you like. I've got it open now.
I think I see it. So this thing?
But yeah, in cases where there are no empty spaces,
Yeah, no, there's a
you still
remorse
roll
check
one die.
button.
So
Oh,
you
yeah.
Oh,
no.
yeah, you rolled humanity, not remorse.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
you-
okay.
Oh, that's why.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was
So wait, where's the
If this- yeah.
remorse?
It's
If you
underneath
see-
it.
It's right under the humanity. It says
Underneath it?
remorse test.
Oh, I see it. Okay, again. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes more sense.
Best of luck.
So you'd
Best
only
of
roll
luck.
one.
So let's see what happens.
Oh, hey!
Ooh.
That was a
Yay.
crit.
You feel
You feel
So
really
bad.
bad.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think someone's
That's the good
coming with
thing.
church to me, or coming with me to church.
It wasn't. That's the thing. It wasn't a subtle slide. This was like, oh, I did a huge awful thing. You're like, fuck. I feel bad about that.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah,
I
but-
think it actually is Wednesday, so we'll just hit midnight mass, and we'll be
There
fine.
you go.
But yeah, she
Yeah,
was
you'll
just
go to confession, tell the priest you punched a guy's jaw off, and then he died.
And then we'll have Victoria go in afterwards and cloud mind. It's fine.
Right now,
Yeah.
risky.
but-
Victoria
Yeah,
goes into
it's
the church and sees like ornately carved wood and is like, I'm so mad about my table.
And then
Oh.
eats a
Goes
priest.
Yeah.
I guess I hang on to the humanity though.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Yeah.
wow.
Good job.
I was going to say, Victoria, that guy that you made run away had a wedding ring.
Damn.
You maybe could have eaten him.
Damn.
Victoria's like, wait, hold up.
Damn.
I was trying to like find a way to say it, but you were just like, no, I make him run away.
I was panicking. It's fine. She'll eat someone later.
She'll eat someone later when she has fingernails and fingertips.
Yeah.
Is Archie just around the corner? Like,
Archie, I think, is
Yeah,
invisible
Archie's
and
like around
hiding.
Archie's around the
Archie
corner,
goes-
invisible, like curled up in a ball.
Javier
Archie
is
goes,
once
"Fetch
again
that guy
cleaning
for
up
me."
somebody's mess for like the third time tonight.
Like obviously she feels bad about it, but I just want to just like I have to laugh at her earlier where she's like, "No, you don't get it. I'm not a good person," and then this happens.
Kills that guy.
I mean-
Yeah.
I think Archie would know you didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, no, she didn't mean to do it, but like, and
I don't
then
know.
like,
For you guys that aren't like in Astrid's head, it didn't look like an accident. It looked like a bang. Fuck you.
This is
then
the
again-
second time she's
Yeah.
punched something so hard it exploded today. So
Yeah. And also,
This is
like,
like-
She just
Now.
doesn't know her own strength. It's fine.
Have a conversation about like, let's not punch things anymore.
also, like, I don't even
Yeah.
think anyone needs to know Spanish to know that Javier muttered "Holy Mother of God."
Yeah.
punched a dude's jaw clean off.
No, it was
Yeah.
still attached, kind of.
Yeah.
Well, it was attached, and then
Yeah.
it wasn't
Also-
it wasn't very
yeah.
attached.
Also, you said clean off. Not very clean. It was
No.
a mess.
No.
Yeah.
Messy, critical, even.
I mean, I don't know if that's like an injury that someone wouldn't like immediately die from, but I feel like the shock of it wouldn't do you any favors.
No.
Like,
We
I mean, if
thought,
it was just his jaw, like if his jaw was like kind of torn off, like it wouldn't kill him immediately. Because human bodies can survive a lot of trauma. But like the blood loss would definitely kill him.
Yeah.
Putting
That's what I
That
thought.
biology
Like,
degree to use.
all the blood
Um,
was just like flying
like-
out. And hey, you guys have got a new car.
Yes,
Yeah.
no, Javier grabbed those keys, and he is keeping them.
And when they dredge the river and find this guy's body, and then find it, and then just see his car driving around.
It's fine.
Are
We'll
you
take it
kidding?
to like a place where we
See,
can get the plate
Javier
changed
knows
and stuff.
that we need to take. He needs to start. Remember, I'm supposed to have a contact.
Yeah.
I guess it's time to make a contact. With a chop shop.
There you go.
Yeah.
Figure out how to get this thing a new coat of paint and the new new license
like
plate.
and spray like in Grand Theft Auto.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, literally, he has 3 dots in streetwise and 3 dots in larceny.
Finally, my time to shine.
I've been
guys
waiting
should-
for you
you
to put a
guys should
car in my
accident-
path.
You guys should accidentally murder car owners more often.
Hey, it's profitable.
Well, no. Technically, the murder was on purpose. If
Look,
we're being
Javier's
specific,
just being opportunistic.
The car owner was an accident.
That's a perfectly good car. He's not going to let it go to waste.
I mean,
He
it
needs
is.
that to
Yeah.
do stuff.
Victoria getting subtly angry that she's no longer the car haver.
No, that's
Yeah,
fine.
because I just love that Javier has a
That
shitty
one's fine.
Datsun. Okay, Cry, I have to explain this specifically, and Serb knows why I'm laughing. Because my dad has a 76 Datsun.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
little 2-door 76 Datsun 280Z.
I had so many friends growing up whose dads had a Datsun from
Yeah.
the 70s. So when
Yeah.
I just think of like crappy old car, that's what I think of.
Hang on, let me see here.
That's just what comes to my brain is just like that or a Fairlane. But I think we might be too
I think it's
No,
early for a
shut up.
Fairlane.
early for Fairlane.
Sorry, no, I was telling my phone to shut up, not you.
Hey Nick,
yes.
learn more about Star Trek.
Oh, no.
It's a
Please
trap,
do it.
don't do it.
Please do it.
Oh.
Will you do it as well?
No,
Why not?
I'm from a Star Trek family. I don't need any more information.
Oh, so you
Here.
already know about it.
Yeah.
You like it?
No.
That's my dad's old shitty Datsun.
I'm never going to get to run my game of Star Trek. That's not so bad.
I've seen a couple of episodes of the original series that were neat. I've seen
It's
the
a cool
one where they
concept.
meet Romulans for the first time or whatever, and it's like a submarine fight.
So can
That's the only
the
one I
car be
remember.
that, but like shitty paint and like
Yeah. It's gold.
it's gold?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's getting changed.
No, leave the gold. That's great. They're tacky as hell.
They're tacky as hell, but we can get a different tacky color because we don't want this one to be recognized.
Oh, but there's no better tacky color than gold.
Gold with gems encrusted into it.
Oh,
I'm about to say the one that my dad has is copper.
Oh,
Worse.
color of pipes.
Yeah, that's a new paint job. That's not the paint job that it had when he got it. He and my mom went to their first date in that car. It's so old.
And now you have one.
Yeah, I'm just gonna call it. It's a 280Z. And it's some little shitty, like, 2-door with a sad excuse for a backseat. But you know what? It'll work as a getaway car for now. Because we have to make our way back to Victoria's car.
I might stay on and play a bit of new Star Wars game. I'm assuming most of you want to go. But you can stay and join me if you would like.
I'm trying to suss out whether it's a better idea to try to go to sleep for the next 3 hours or to stay awake.
You should probably go to sleep.
I
She's probably
should.
stay awake.
Probably.
Give
No.
give
Probably
conflicting
sleep.
opinions.
But
No,
I
don't
should.
listen
Yeah.
to him.
Oh, right. Before I completely forget.
Oh, XP.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I think 3 is a good number for today.
Oh yeah.
Actually, make it 4. You guys suffered, so I think 4 is.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I gotta do this more
Alright.
often.
We gotta
Yeah.
Also-
fuck up more often.
If you deliberately go like, "Oh, I
No,
want to
yeah,
do
no,
a
no,
frenzy
yeah.
check," I'm not going to give you extra points of that.
Yeah,
You
no,
pulled that
don't
on
worry.
yourself.
Don't worry.
I'm only giving you
I don't
extra
know
friend-
what y'all are talking about. Javier didn't fuck up once this
As-
whole
no,
night.
as
He
much-
did great.
Neither
Like,
did
much.
Archie.
Yeah.
For once,
Archie
it
No.
failed his
wasn't
hunger
Archie
roll.
that fucked it.
No,
Yeah, that's the
Astrid.
hunger roll. That's why you ate that.
Well, she
That's why you
didn't-
ate Timothy, the lovely Timothy, the family dog.
The medium-sized
Yeah, no.
dog.
A
Well, she
medium-sized
didn't-
family dog owned by a loving family who cared about him and now wonder where he's gone.
Look, it's fine.
What was
Your
that, sir?
parents. He went to a farm
Sorry,
upstate.
sir. Sir.
You there?
Oh, what?
Yeah, sorry,
Oh,
I
yeah,
talked over
sorry.
you. What did you
Oh,
want to say?
Shoot, sorry, I got distracted.
Something about Astrid?
Yeah. I don't remember.
That's all good.
Ah, sorry.
Void.